guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
what's the relationship between Catseye members now. And I really hope this is not just the same video that she did before. So
but guys, we're on I think the third or the fourth episode.
Fourth.
We're on the fourth episode of Popstar Academy. Oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts. I'm gonna hold off. Let's go.
The release of the Popstar Academy documentary, which followed Catseye from their early training days to their debut, viewers have been left with some questions. While it highlighted their journey, certain moments in the film sparked curiosity: are the girls genuinely close, or does some tension from the show still linger? Across 8 episodes, Popstar Academy followed the intense journey of over 20 trainees as they trained and competed for a chance to debut. The show captured the pressures they faced, from grueling practices and eliminations to personal conflicts and rivalries.
When I was first watching this series, guys, I was like, who are these people? I was so confused, and I was wondering why we're not seeing the members. But then I quickly understood, okay, we're going through the whole process. There's different levels to this whole process. But oh my god, I'm like, so much focus on people who are not even in the group. That's kind of hard.
As they were all in their teenage years, with the oldest being 21, one would understand why they didn't get along. After all, they were all competing with each other, so it was only normal for them to feel jealous or even upset towards the other girls. However, based on remarks and posts from both current and former trainees, it appears their issues weren't fully worked out. This raises the question, what's the dynamic between the members and the other girls like today? Most trainees seem very supportive of the current members, even
so different from like other members from other groups, because they all go through a process.
I think it is. I think the Eastern culture in Asia, I think it's just how it is here in the States, what they're trying to do. I think it's... when we already first watched the Dream Academy, was it the show called Dream Academy, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we watched and I said that in the reactions, I believe that I don't know how these girls gonna mesh with the personality, because our culture, Western culture, is much more egotistical. It's more about me than Eastern culture is. Eastern culture overall, I mean, I can't say for everybody, but just as a culture, they're more about like the unit, the well-being of all, rather than just ego.
Honestly,
Western, here in the States, is all about me.
I don't know. I think
it's gonna. Why do you think none of the groups like all the groups break up for the same reason?
Because
get in the way.
Because of the fact that group members break up, that means I don't think it's about just a cultural thing. I just think those who don't make it into the group are the ones that the management have filtered out to know that they are not team players. Okay. So given that at the end of the final product, their goal is to find people who are team players that can mesh together as a group, the likelihood should be that those people in the group should somewhat get along, or be capable to get along.
You have a point. I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you, but at the same time,
because I'm gonna tell you,
doesn't need 6 people who can get along. They have to pick the best vocalist.
No, they have to also get along. That's what's the
but
tricky
part. But they need a vocalist. What's the point of 6 people who can get along if they're mediocre at everything?
No, they don't mind.
They need an excellent vocalist.
They said they don't mind. They said they'd rather work with someone
with mediocres.
They said they'd rather work with people who have the capability to work in a team and they can build. That's their job in talent and development. That's their job.
I agree that what you're saying with 6 members, right? I get that maybe 4 members can be like fillers, kind of just mediocre and get along well. But there has to be a lead vocalist and a visual, or maybe they kind of need a visual though. Unless one of the others happen to be a visual, then maybe like a lead dancer. But there has to be at least 2 in a 6-member group, at least 2 that are excel at something, right? So those 2 are gonna be the problem, because especially the lead vocalist, if they know they did shit, if they know they can go solo, they're gonna say, "Fuck the group, I'm going solo." And that's where the ego part comes in, especially with the really good. The mediocres one, they kind of want to stay in the group because they know by themselves they couldn't shine. So it's in their interest to make the group work.
I think the only difference is that in the Western, they'll more likely vocalize it. In the Eastern, they'll probably internalize it, not say it, but they will have those same sentiments.
Yes, I agree. But that's what I'm saying, is the vocalization part,
commenting on their posts on social media and posting TikTok to the group's songs. That doesn't seem to be the case for everyone, though. Adella and Naisha, among the eliminated contestants, seem to have the most issues with Manon. To explain, Manon struggled to understand
I don't know about Naisha. She's the one who got DQ'd, right? So why is she complaining?
Well, I see why she's complaining, because she left everything behind.
But she broke the rules.
Yeah,
she
but
didn't even get eliminated.
She also
just
felt
broke
like
the rules.
she also felt like she didn't break the rules.
She did though.
She to be singled out. Because all the girls broke the rules, but hers happened to be considered the worst.
Because she did something that others didn't,
Yeah.
right? She added friends not from just within the group. She added friends from the outside world. That kind of isn't that what happened?
No, the music was unreleased music.
Right, that's true. Right, so she's the only one who did that. So she got DQ'd for that. Come on.
Demands of the K-pop training system and initially treated it too casually, even comparing it to school, where skipping days was an option if she felt unwell. Her frequent absences, partly due to having COVID at the time, seemed to have frustrated the other trainees, who began questioning her commitment to the...
When you look at Manon looked like a star. Like, already, like, it was a different experience watching Dream Academy as a watcher and then actually seeing the documentary to see the behind the scenes, because Manon, she's like, her personality is not what you would think. She's an introvert. She's really to herself.
The way they portray her here is a little. That's not. I feel like she's a nice girl.
Yeah, the way they made it sound like she was like a mean girl.
Yeah,
She was like, she was walking. I'm late.
Yeah, that's how Cookie Lit is making her sound in her videos. Yeah.
The program. Not only did her lack of effort disrupt the group's teamwork, but they also had to prepare 2 versions of choreography in case she didn't show up. This left the others feeling that she was being selfish and didn't deserve. So,
just gonna redo the. Because all this stuff she already said, like I want something new.
Spot, as they believed she wasn't putting in the same level of dedication. Naisha didn't show any signs of conflict with her at first, at least not on camera. She was actually eliminated in the 4th episode for violating her NDA, so
yes, that's where we at.
She was gone before the conflict started taking place. Adella, on the other hand, was voted out right after the show shifted from judges' decisions to public voting. Adella ranked 20th, while Manon placed 4th. In episode 7, after both are eliminated, Adella and Naisha appear on a beach, with Adella suggesting Manon doesn't deserve to move forward or debut in the group due to her lack of commitment during training. She's heard saying she breaks the rules and she doesn't get penalized for it. Like, now it's being completely ignored. It's surprising because we naively thought something else. Seeing Naisha and Adella after their elimination stirred up some debate, especially since they were no longer in the program. Fans were upset that other trainees, including those who actually made it into the group, barely got any screen time, while Naisha and Adella were seen discussing how they felt Manon didn't deserve her spot even after their elimination. While her feelings were...
That was a little weird, as you already said, that, in the show, we're still early in the episodes, but we barely see the girls that made the group. So
and it was also, I was watching in the Dream Academy, Adella, she went to do like a little, to practice on her own, and she performed in front of people her own personal song. So for me, I feel
why do you have a problem with that?
Because I think that her purpose is to practice the songs they gave you to work on so you can perform that song, because they're not going to ask you to perform your own song. To me, that gives the energy. You truly want to be a solo artist. You're not training and practicing the right things. You're practicing for your selfish, your own purpose and stuff like that.
You have a point, but I would see it differently, though.
Because
I get what you say. Your point is valid.
The test that they didn't know the test. The test is to sing this song.
Right.
Why are you going to sing another song?
I understand what you're saying, and I see your point. I kind of feel it is like she wants to get better, period. So, like, for example, there's the SAT, and there's the SAT book where you take, and it prepares you just for SAT, like the questions exactly. Or there's a math book that you take, a math textbook, and you just do math to get better at math, which in turn is going to help you with the SATs. By going to do the math book doesn't mean you're not prepping for SAT.
Yeah, but
you're still prepping for. It's not a smart strategy. Yeah. I agree with that. That your best idea is to go get the SAT book, study that book, because that is going to prepare for that exam, which is what you're saying is true. But studying a math book doesn't make you bad.
But the thing is,
I don't have a problem with that.
Because the thing is with Manon, when she did show up to practice, it was to practice what they were being quizzed on at the end of the day.
Yes.
They're not doing extracurricular that could, be a deterrent too as well. Because you don't know what she's practicing on the side can actually be a deterrent.
Okay, let's go, because if we 10 minutes in the video, we barely took
This is
2:30,
and this is why they featured us in
People argue
Netflix,
that
because
she
we
went about
had
them
so
the
much
wrong
to say
way,
about
as
this.
Nisha was also flamed for the things she did after the show had already aired. Particularly, a comment she left on Lara's post caused the majority of the group's fans to turn against her. In the comment in question, Nisha says that she's proud of Lara and that she deserves her spot in the group. She then says that Lara has to hold it down for the brown girls, but she's going to end up having to hold it down for the black girls as well. To fans, this was a weird thing to say, considering that Manon, a black girl, had also made it into the group. Not only that, but Nisha was eliminated from the program before Lara had even come in. So to make these comments on her page, shading Manon was uncalled for. Later, Lara unfollowed her. Nisha was also accused of commenting and showing support to every single one of the members, except for Manon. Fans found the situation
But Nisha, she's salty and understandably so.
No, that's immature. You are professional. Be professional.
She's young though, so she's
that's
understandably salty.
That's why she's learning these lessons.
That's
why
she got
disqualified.
Yeah,
that's why you got disqualified.
But I understand, I understand where she's coming from.
You know,
I'm not saying she's right though. I just understand it.
She was on the phone call saying she needs to talk to her team. She needs a better team.
Frustrating, especially since Manon had always been kind and supportive of Nisha, especially after she got booted out. Despite this, Nisha badmouthed her after being eliminated, even though Manon had literally nothing to do with Nisha leaking songs online, which was the reason for her elimination or her conflict with the program manager Missy. For Adella, well, she's undoubtedly the person that got talked about the most after the show aired. Adella ranked high consistently throughout the first few episodes as she put a lot of effort into everything. She showed up to practice earlier.
About Adella. Something about her give me Mean Girl. Because the criticism they have for her is to kind of like soften the face to make her more inviting, more approaching. But when I watch her and see her perform, she has like this Mean Girl-esque about her. Yeah.
Practiced in her free time and even helped the other trainees with whatever they needed. She was also well liked by both the girls and the judges, with Missy being particularly fond of her. However, Adella became frustrated with Manon when she began skipping practices, and she showed it the most. In a private chat with Dr. Wetter, the program's psychologist, she expressed her frustration that Manon was receiving a lot of attention even though she missed team practices. Adella stated that she felt as if the support for Manon was based solely on her looks rather than her contributions to the team. Now, fans weren't exactly mad about the way she was feeling because, to some degree, it was understandable. It would...
I can never be on TV. It would be
frustrating for most of us to be putting in a lot of work and effort into something.
Listen. I couldn't be on TV mad that another girl is pretty. I'm gonna just be pretty on my own.
Constantly rank high.
She's, for my kind of guy, that she's a little mad that Manon's getting camera time, but I feel like this girl got most camera time aside
she
from
got
Manon,
the most.
So maybe she felt like she was the prettiest, but Manon came in and she became second prettiest. That's the issue.
Get praised because of it, and then be dropped in an instant. After all, the girls joined the program to be judged on their skills and performance, and were basically promised to debut as long as they put in the work. However, once Manon entered and gained public attention, ranking shifted from being based on talent to who the public favored, which must have felt upsetting for the others. While her feelings were valid, many people argued that she went about them the wrong way, as her repeated criticism of Manon, even after leaving the show, only made people dislike her more. Many felt her comments were excessive and unnecessary, making it seem like she thought that Manon was the sole reason for her elimination. It's safe to say that the negativity towards Adella lingered long after the show ended, but what's the actual relationship between her and Manon when the cameras aren't rolling and there's no editing?
You're right, the girls are very young, and everybody kind of has to understand that this is a little high school drama going on.
Yeah, but that's why I said they need a better team.
Well, if we judge by social media interactions, things still seem to be rocky. After the survival show ended, Adella wrote congratulatory messages under the posts of all the Catseye members, except for Manon, which raised a lot of questions.
Why would that raise questions? Everybody don't have to like everybody.
Maybe Manon
they don't have a good relationship. Why is that a problem? Like, you do not have to have a good relationship with everybody. Like, why is that? Why people have a problem with that? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's okay for people not to like each other. Like, that's just real life.
She commented, "Congrats on Manon's picture," but that frustrated people even more. A Twitter user directly asked her about
let me know what episode, if you guys have watched it.
They all watched it.
Yeah, I know, but let me know which episode we popped on, because I want to know, because I want to see what clip they choose, because we don't even have no idea what clip they have pulled, but obviously there's a lot, because we have a lot of emotions about this.
pointing out that as a public figure, leaving out a few girls while congratulating and posting pictures with everyone else is likely to raise questions. The viewer then expressed his...
What is the relationship between Catseye members? That's the title of this fucking video. 6 minutes in, all we talk about two girls that didn't even make the group. Why are we talking about these girls?
I guess because I think the Catseye members, they get along.
Then why make this video?
That's why everyone is mad.
Disappointment, even though they didn't want to assume the worst. To this, Adella responded by saying that she had never been that close to Manon since they weren't in the same groups and didn't live in the dorm together. She explained that she congratulated her personally, but only posted public congratulations for those she was closer to. Then she went on to write, I saw...
That's bullshit, but again, I don't feel she deserves an explanation for anything.
Why is it bullshit?
Oh, to the ones I was close with, I posted on the wall, but the ones I don't know, I posted personally. Bitch, that's vice versa. When it's somebody's birthday on Facebook, you post on the wall for people that you haven't talked in 10 years.
The wall?
Whatever.
I never felt the wall.
Pick on my accent.
You old. No, this is the phrase you use. Is
timeline, whatever. Timeline, yes, I'm old.
It's not wall.
I'm saying, the people you close with, you message personally. The people you went to high school with, you post on the timeline. That's so what she's saying. Reverse don't make no sense.
Are you gonna say you went to poke? That was an old feature. Poke.
Yes.
Saw that people were being weird about it, so I posted the congrats, but that just upset everyone more. There wasn't malicious intent, we just weren't tight. The explanation got mixed responses. Some said that the issue wasn't as deep, and these were just the realities of survival shows. The girls weren't all going to be close to each other due to the program's competitive nature, which was okay.
Honestly, I'm
it's not like people get along with all of their co-workers, for example.
I'm not mad at Cookie Lit. Cookie Lit's just, saying what the people are saying. Don't get mad at Cookie Lit.
I'm mad for her title. If she said, what's the relationship between Catseye
because
contestants that didn't make the group, I wouldn't have clicked on this
I'm not mad at you, well, and if they do, it's not like they're close to everyone. They also noted that since Adella wasn't a part of the Dream Academy when the final lineup was voted, it was confusing why people were still checking up on her and seeking her opinions. However, others said that Adella was just being petty by not congratulating Manon. One commenter pointed out that it would be understandable if she only mentioned a few members, but if she was close with all but one, it would have been respectful to include that person too. According to them, she didn't even have to write a long, loving message and pretend that their relationship was something that it wasn't, but a simple congratulations would have sufficed. Adella once again addressed the relationship between the two.
But the thing is that you do for one, like...
She knows, but she doesn't care.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Why people are making it a big deal?
Because she's trying to say that she's not the bad guy here, guys.
She's not a bad guy. Just because she don't like a person doesn't make her a bad guy.
Yeah, but it's also showing face. Like, you have to have some etiquette on social media. So this type of controversy don't take away from the group.
She's not
yeah,
fake.
but you see, this is why she didn't get picked for the group.
Yes, you're right.
She's doing too much.
You're right. That's why she didn't get picked for the group, but deservedly so. So why are we talking about her?
Adella started by expressing gratitude for the support she received. She also responded to the criticism, clarifying that the docuseries only offered a brief view of the trainees' lives. With 2 years of footage squeezed into 8 episodes, many details were left out.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't realize it was 2 years. I kind of thought the whole thing was like
but then,
6 months. But
so
2 years.
So you know what the girls do when they turn out to be a villain? They blame it on the edit. They say, oh, they picked the bad... there's a storyline and they picked me to be the villain. You gave
Adella didn't specifically mention what happened. Overall, the two weren't anything but 2 trainees who just happened to be on the same program and nothing more. The part of the show that got the most attention, though, was the apparent feud between Sophia, Lara, and Manon. As mentioned, everyone was
finally
this hurt
my
heart because I love Sophia. I love Lara, and I love Manon. They give me the Powerpuff Girls. Sophia. Sophia.
No, was the apparent feud between Sophia.
Sophia, she gives me Blossom. You know Blossom?
Lara, I don't know them by
Lara give me Buttercup. And Manon, I tell you, she's an introvert. She's very sweet. She gives me Bubbles.
Lara and Manon. As mentioned, everyone was upset with Manon for missing practice often, and they were also shocked when Adella ended up ranking 20th. Lara was particularly surprised to see Adella ranked 20th, given that the judges had frequently praised her. While this reaction was expected, some were annoyed when Lara commented that seeing less dedicated contestants rank higher was just stupid. She felt the rankings weren't about talent or effort, but rather about looks. Lara had also snickered when Manon went back to practice, which was seen as unnecessary and mean. As for Sophia, Sophia, she was the one who confronted Manon during a discussion they had about her work ethic. For context, Manon had a conversation with Missy, letting her know she wanted to address the group. Once everyone was in the practice room, Manon shared how frustrated she had been feeling about the situation. She admitted she had missed some practices, but pointed out that the others had done the same. However, it felt like she was the only one being called out for it. Curious about their thoughts, she asked the group and Sophia responded, saying the program was all about discipline, hard work, and paying attention, including small things like
Sophia, she's our confident queen. She shows up. She has the talent and she got the face. She's like, step it up pretty much. But I don't think she's like, worried of what Manon got going on. That's not going to affect Sophia's performance.
Taking notes.
But the other girls, because sometimes they have something wrong, they put accountability on someone else and not themselves.
Manon pushed back, saying she had been taking notes, which had even been shown in earlier episodes. But as she tried to defend herself, Missy interrupted, telling her to listen. Sophia clarified that Manon's skills weren't the issue, it was her inconsistency in showing up. Still,
Sophia just checked her. She let her know you gotta step it up.
Believed in her, which
Sophia's that girl.
After explaining her side of things, Manon's honesty seemed to resonate with the other trainees, and they acknowledged her improvement.
Honestly,
the girls managed to settle
they needed that because they understood each other. They needed to hear Manon. Okay, Manon, you've been missing. Like, what's the deal? What's going on?
Right away, though some viewers weren't happy with how Sophia handled it. They felt she unfairly called out Manon for no real reason. It made sense
somebody do it.
But criticizing
I'd rather it be Sophia than Adella.
Zoning out just once felt unnecessary.
If it was Adella checking me,
for the comments
I
she
said
made
go
about
back.
Manon, which made people wonder whether the friendship that the girls were displaying for the public was real or not. They might have patched things up for the sake of the group, but how real was it really? Well, the girls addressed the claims multiple times. Sophia reflected on their journey, mentioning how a few years ago they were just young and inexperienced, navigating an incredibly intense process. Now, as both Catseye members, they have grown so much that their bond feels unshakable. Manon also referred to the girls as her sisters, saying that she was glad to have them by her side during the experience. They even made jokes about their alleged beef, with Lara and Manon posting a TikTok saying, "We're literally fine." Whatever their issues were, it's clear that they have gotten past them and are working actively to make sure that their bond only grows.
Yes.
I feel every time I get, you didn't learn anything in this video. I legit think said everything she said in the last video.
No, she had to, build it up to set us up to this. Okay, because
but even this is not new. We already heard this in the last video. That's what I'm saying. We didn't. There was nothing new in this video.
Well, it's not new to me because I watched the documentary. But I understood like the problem is not with the members themselves. It's other people trying to make it a problem.
The problem is the girls that didn't make it are salty for not making this.
And they want to understand. And they want to sabotage the group.
But why do we give them attention to begin with? That
they
I
want
don't
to sabotage
understand.
because they have people who stand them. That supports them.
Then go ahead, make another group. Why is that? There's so many. Like, look at when we do we did the Are You Next? They make eyelid. Whoop, they pop us into 50-50.
The way Adella acts, she wants to be solo.
Cat.
She wants to be solo. Okay.
Do solo, who now with the social media, single on YouTube, we gonna react. Everybody gonna react. If you good, everybody's gonna be, oh my god, and you gonna blow up.
Now, I have a problem with Catseye. What's going on? Where's the next project? Like, guys.
Okay, Rachel, calm down. They just dropped us. What do you want?
I guess. Okay, guys, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.